Greetings, delegates. I am Anis Said, the President of the United Nations Security Council. I will be helping to coordinate actions of the Council, decide policy disputes, and sometimes function as a diplomat or intermediary between conflicting groups. I am honored to welcome each and every one of you to this conference.
Hello delegates, my name is Beatrice Benon and I will be serving as the Vice President of the United Nations Security Council during the course of this conference. I will be assisting the President in all activities regarding the Council and will preside over the sessions in the absence of the President. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this conference and ensure that you all have a memorable time.
Hi delegates, this is Sneha Manu, your rapporteur. I will be helping in a smooth flow of the conference. I will also be keeping accurate records and help in the administrative duties as required. It is my duty to maintain the list of speakers and in the process of resolution drafting. I hope that you all are able to have a memorable time at this conference.
The Security Council is focused on fostering negotiations, imposing sanctions, and authorizing the use of force, including the deployment of peacekeeping missions. At times, it deals with grave human rights violations, often in conflict areas. At this conference, we will be discussing the role of military interventions in the socio-political sphere. Military intervention has become a common characteristic in developing countries. The political climate of developing nations and the environment allow for military involvement. However, since the end of the Cold War, the UN Security Council has started to categorize severe violations of human rights in interstate and intrastate armed conflicts as a threat to international security and has mandated humanitarian interventions based on a concept known as the responsibility to protect, R2P. Such missions to maintain peace may result in a regime change. These days, they also involve large state building initiatives that are overseen from outside, although they hardly ever result in democratization. Now let us go through the rules of procedure that will be maintained through our discussions. Firstly, speak respectfully. Show professionalism and respect toward your fellow delegates. Avoid making personal attacks or using derogatory phrases when having a good discussion. Nextly, raise your placard. When you wish to speak or be recognized by the chair, raise your placard. The chair will call on delegates in the order that their placards are raised and maintain a list of speakers. Third, stay on point. Make sure your remarks and speeches have a clear connection to the subject at hand. Focus on making meaningful contributions rather than making them repetitive or irrelevant. Then observe time limits. Respect the allotted amount of time for speeches and interventions. Keep your speech brief and on point to encourage as much engagement from all delegates as possible. After that, follow the agenda. Familiarize yourself with the items on the agenda and be ready to discuss them in a logical order when you arrive. Be adaptable and flexible to necessary agenda changes. The most important point is to formulate resolutions. Collaborate with other delegates to draft resolutions and working papers. Engage in constructive negotiation, seeking common ground and incorporating diverse perspectives to develop comprehensive solutions. Last but not least, practice diplomacy. Approach discussions with diplomacy, respect and open mind. Engage in active listening. Respond thoughtfully to different opinions and seek opportunities for consensus building.
We should all make an effort to uphold certain expectations of conduct throughout our meetings in addition to adhering to the rules of procedure. Set aside time to conduct an in-depth research on the role of military intervention in the socio-political sphere. Learn about measures taken in the past and current developments. Bring well-thought arguments and practical solutions to the sessions. Participate fully in conversations and arguments. Share your knowledge, provide suggestions, and significantly advance the work of the committee. Actively look for chances to work with other delegates. Be professional and respectful to all delegates at all times. Embrace various opinions and points of view, especially when they conflict with your own point of view. Encourage an open debate and constructive criticism in a welcoming atmosphere. Behave professionally throughout all committee meetings. When interacting with other delegates, the chair and other committee employees, be on time, alert and polite. Uphold the most rigorous rules of intellectual integrity. Ensure that the sources and references for all ideas and statements are accurate. Avoid using any sort of intellectual dishonesty, including plagiarism.
A position paper stands as a document which familiarizes the council with your country's stance and essentially explains your topic at hand. Delegates, please note that all position papers must be submitted to the Bureau before the conference at the email addresses provided at the end of the background guide. A background guide is basically a handbook written so as to help you understand what to expect in your committee. It is a very important document that is presented to the delegates before the conference that catalyzes conference preparation. It consists of vital information, but it should not be your only research. While the background guide provides useful information, it is important to figure out how these details apply to your country. The Bureau advises you to read the background guide uploaded on the website www.eamunc.org to help you understand about the topic at hand.
We would like to conclude by urging all delegates to approach this committee with commitment, open-mindedness and dedication to coming up with innovative solutions. We must all work together to complete the crucial task ahead of us. Let's collaborate on drafting practical solutions that are beneficial to society as a whole. Thank you.